It is UCAM Murcia facing off against MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg from Germany. A Group A clash involving top versus bottom, as UCAM Murcia hold the best record in the Basketball Champions League of all the teams, having already qualified through to the playoff stages, sit at the top of Group A and face off against Ludwigsburg. So there we see Nizhny Novgorod getting the huge victory earlier today against Ventspils in Russia. A win that's put Nizhny in prime position in Group A to take the fourth and final qualification spot. We have two teams, of which Murcia are one, having already qualified. They are joined by Banvit, as we know, the top two teams, but still all to play for, with 2 weeks left in the regular season, or 1 week now for Nizhny and Ventspils. There is the group standings. Nizhny moving ahead of Avellino after the victory today. And it will be interesting to see that Avellino versus Le Mans game taking place tomorrow night, and how that might shape this group moving forward. Remember, there are 16 teams that will qualify. There are still 9 places to be won in the teams that remain here. So our visitors today, Le Mans, have had a tough season in the Basketball Champions League. Really struggled to get some momentum after losing, the main bulk of the roster that Coach John Patrick had put together last season. There we see, and the man to keep an eye out is number 11, Marcus Knight. In his 2 games for Ludwigsburg, he's been in fine form. An exciting player for this Ludwigsburg team. He really has been a revelation in trying to help them. We said they made the Final Four last year, as did Murcia. These two teams facing off in the Final Four competition. But now it is Murcia that have continued with that momentum into this season in the Basketball Champions League. At Ludwigsburg, very much a rebuilding year for them. So a different name at the bottom for UCAM Murcia. Alberto Miranda taking charge of the Murcia team. We'll talk about that later. It is a very balanced team for Murcia, which has been in fine form in the Basketball Champions League, 13-1 record. But the problems for them have been domestically, in which they have really struggled, and that is why we mentioned there is a new coach in charge here today for the Murcia team. So coming into this one, Ludwigsburg, they have lost 4 of their last 5. They did win their last road game though, so a little bit of confidence for that. And also one of their very few victories, one of their 3 wins, and the only loss for Murcia this year was to Ludwigsburg. So Ludwigsburg won 81-80 in game day 6. So they will take a little bit of heart from that victory coming in here today. They was able to score 81 points against a Murcia team, which is so often known for its defensive effort, the way they're able to play on the defensive end. So it is a repeat, I mentioned, of the 3rd and 4th place game last season that took place in Athens. Ludwigsburg going down to Monaco in the first semi-final. UCAM Murcia unable to overcome AEK Athens in the 2nd. And then it was Murcia that took the 85-74 win in the 3rd place game. So Ludwigsburg coming out onto the floor, said they have won just 1 of their last 5 games. And hoping to improve that record, see if they can do the double over Murcia. And come into this one having gone down at home last week, 81-99. But they did get a road victory in the 16th of January, 87-74 over Anvil. UCAM Murcia team coming out, led by Obisoko, the British forward. Having a fine season, one of just 2 guys that average double figures for the Murcia team. It's a team that survives on its defensive effort. And they hold the opposition to the fewest points of any team this season in the Basketball Champions League. A real scrappy team, Murcia, and I mean that as a compliment rather than as a derogatory statement. They find a way to win. They're not a high-scoring team. There's two guys averaging double figures, but what they do is use a host of different weapons offensively and make it really hard for the opposition to score. So see the roster there. That is Milton Doyle leading the way out at the end. There is no Cedil Rojas today. He will be rested as Murcia often rotates some of their stars in the Basketball Champions League, try to keep them fresh. So it has really been an up and down season for this Murcia team, sitting at the top of Group A 13-1 in the Basketball Champions League, but 17th out of 18 in the ACB, just 5 wins and 13 losses. They come in having played this past weekend, losing 67-77 against Andorra. And we see our 3 officials. Referees Yilmaz Kulicic and Manos from Turkey, Slovakia and Greece. And look to MHP RIESEN Ludwigsburg. So overachievers perhaps last year. They sit in 9th position domestically in the German Bundesliga, 9 wins and 8 losses. There is the man on the sideline. Coach John Patrick has done an excellent job with this Ludwigsburg club. Helped them come back up from the 2nd division after they were relegated. Established them as a legitimate team in the German 1st division. They lost 79-82 against Würzburg this past weekend. Played in Friday night. That gave them the opportunity to travel here to Murcia. It'll be interesting to see how they do. So the struggles domestically has meant there is a change at the top. There is Alberto Miranda, the man taking charge of today's game for UCAM Murcia. He has replaced Coach Javier Juarez. As we see the Ludwigsburg lineup: Crawford, Klassen, Knight, Von Fintel and Martin. Small lineup for Ludwigsburg, 3 guards for them. He said that Marcus Knight is the man to keep an eye on. Played 2 games for Ludwigsburg, double figures in both of them, averaging 22 a game through those 2 games. And for Murcia, their 5 will be Soko, Radonic, Mitrovic, Booker and Doyle. So changes for Murcia. Dino Radonic coming in, the youngster on loan from Real Madrid. A change starting 5 for Murcia. And it'll be interesting to see how they go. It is just a temporary appointment with Coach Alberto Miranda in charge here tonight. They have announced that Cito Alonso, a man who is taking over his 6th different Spanish club, will be the head coach. But here tonight, it is assistant coach Alberto Miranda that is taking charge for the first time for Murcia. There is Coach Alonso, the man second in from the left, shaking hands now. He is the new man in charge for Murcia moving forward, announced this past week. But he will not be taking the reins of the team tonight. So John Patrick, see what he can have in store. A man who has engineered a victory against Murcia this season, the only person to do that in Europe, as we said. And, despite nothing to play for these 2 teams, Murcia having already qualified, although they are perhaps still fighting for position. As we see Coach Alonso there, getting a chance to look over his troops, and even though there's nothing to play for, you know that the players of Murcia will want to be impressing their new coach and have him establish a good impression of them. So Jordan Crawford out onto the floor. Final bits of stretching for him as Ludwigsburg out early. Black uniforms for the visitors. And that is Marcus Knight, 22 points per game. in his first 2 appearances for the team. Five rebounds, 4.5 assists as well for him. An incredible 67% for 3. And now UCAM Murcia in their white uniforms come out onto the floor. There is Milton Doyle. Solid game for him. He is the man, averaging 11.8 points a game. He had a big 3 a couple of weeks ago for Murcia to give them, or send them into overtime against Anvil, where they eventually took the game. Sorry, against Avellino, where they eventually took the game. And we are up and underway. So first possession to Askia Booker, and then Ovi Soko, Murcia go to the inside. And first shot comes up empty. So Ludwigsburg, solid defensive effort, will try and raise the tempo here. They so often do. Crawford goes swiftly, but pulls it out. And he will play in the backcourt alongside Knight. Here is Knight now. First touch for him. Exciting offensive player he has been in his first 2 games. The switch. And he steps inside. First shot doesn't go. Second one is good though. So Marcus Knight continues with his hot streak. And he came out of Middle Tennessee University. He played and spent time with Zaragoza in Spain last year. So he'll be known to Murcia. Played the last 6 games of the 2016-17 season for the team. Radonic putting it behind his back, backing it down. And he steps through against Knight, almost a replica of the move that Knight pulled against him the other way. So, first points for Radonic. And we are tied at 2 here. Knight will now take a 3. Doyle, not challenged for the rebound, brings it in. Booker off the screen, and he'll take the jumper, which drops. Bench up early. Cheering for Booker. There's now Crawford behind his back. And so this is a Murcia team so keyed in defensively throughout this Basketball Champions League season. This is where they have won their games, got that record. There's a foul against Radonic. He looks at the logo, which has come off his jersey. Just pulling on the waist. Sacrifices the foul. There's the jumper, comes up way short. And it is Murcia ball once more. So Radonic, he was actually born in Germany. His father played professional handball. As the rejection comes, he got back again from Soko. He will go to the line on the second attempt. So rejected first time around. Ovi Soko. We'll get to the line. Foul on Martin. Good move from Ovi. Good clean block the first time, but he protects it well. Mike Martin didn't like the call. So Soko will take 2. Usually a good free throw shooter, 78% on the season for Murcia in the Basketball Champions League. 12.9 points, 6.5 rebounds a game. Second is good as well. So a solid start for the British forward. And now a bit of pressure up the floor from Booker. Crawford though breaks it, no problem for him. And now it's reversed back into his hands. Foul. And this could be Radonic again. And that will be his second. And he may have to go to the bench early here. Just got caught out of position. And Klassen went straight at him. Radonic stays on the floor though. And once more, Klassen has a touch. This time guarded by Mitrovic, and he'll snatch in the rebound. Here comes Booker. Reverses through Mitrovic. Doyle finds Mitrovic on the roll, kicks it out, but good rotation from Knight. Nearly has the steal, bounces out though. 11 on the clock for Murcia. Good rotation from Knight. They had numbers on the far side, UCAM Murcia, but couldn't make it pay. Now a bit of denial out of bounds. Doyle can't take it cleanly. 8 on the clock for him. Doyle crosses over. Trying to look for Soko. He has a little lane to the ring. Fumbles it. Has to force it up as the shot clock was getting low. Comes away with nothing. Here comes Martin. Spinning. Selling a little fake and then finds Von Finkel. Christian Von Finkel couldn't make the jumper. It is recycled though. Knight glides past his man. Misses at the ring though. After a good start from both teams, there's a lid on the basket. Booker wants it. He likes this matchup, Booker. Carried by Von Fintel. Comes off the high screen. Finds Soko. Gets his man in the air, steps underneath. And it drops for Obi Soko. 4 personal for him. And this is where Murcia keeps saying they earn their money on the defensive end. Just 2 points for Ludwigsburg. And as the 3 goes for Keelan Martin. Crawford reaches in, tips it. Didn't take it away from Booker there. Doyle now. Finds Booker, far side. Thought about the 3. And reverse it to Ranicich. She's got to get it up. Steps inside and makes it. And it's going to be a 24-second violation though. Ranicich got it away, but not quite in time. So no points for him. Big changes coming for Murcia as Kate, Kloof and Ollison all step in. Have to wait. That basket there didn't quite get out the hands in time. And there'll be changes for Ludwigsburg as well. Crawford goes out, as does Von Fintel. It means Knight will slide to the point guard position. There's Brad Ollison. So McRae in. He wears the number 4. Here he is for Ludwigsburg. And now, tough shot. Doesn't go from Martin. Murcia will be looking to run. Ollison pulls up. Got rebounders coming with him. And good work from Soko, getting down the floor. Being there to challenge on the glass. McRae pushes him out the way. He had inside position. Yeah, Soko with good spot on the floor there. McRae pushed him from behind. And Lamont Jones has come in for Ludwigsburg as well. Ollison waiting on screen. For Kate. Romanian big man screens. Will go get the rebound. Booker nearly got his own as McRae was there first. Now he'll push it in the other direction. McRae finds Jones. Athletic drive from Jones, but he can't finish at the basket. Soko down the middle. Once more, Obi Soko can't finish. Good effort from Klassen to just put him off. Ludwigsburg going the other way. Knight takes the foul. Passes it off, so it'll be sideline possession. Soko, nearly the top 5 play there. If that had fallen, I just couldn't quite get it to go. Second time we've seen him run the floor well. Foul's going to go against Soko. Just that little reach with the left hand. His first. There's McRae. Tries to get it into the hands of Knight. He's guarded by Utterson, who's come in for the first time. Kate trying to guard Klassen, who just goes to his left hand and lays it up. Good work from Owen Klassen. Averages 9 points per game. Klassen shoots over 50%. He needs some more touches, some more shots. As Kloof hands it to Atassan. They're going to try and post Kloof here. Kloof backing it. Oh, sorry, Soko backing it down. Garte spins away and gets it to drop. And it looked like he'd lost his balance there, Garte, but got the score. And now McRae, far side, finds Klassen, puts it on the floor, spins. And it's his turn to score. So the bigs going at it. Back-to-back scores. Klassen, 4 points. Garte, 2 there. And now Ollison guarded up the floor. Look at the work of McRae. This is where he is such a pest. On the defensive end, real 3-and-D guy. Knocks down the open jumper. As Atassan finds Kloof in the corner. Falls to the floor. His 3 bounces clear. Excellent work for Ludwigsburg. Nice move from Jones. Defense switches onto Himno. The offensive rebound. Nice little step through, but it doesn't drop for Savictus. But Klassen is there to tidy it up. And Owen Klassen, 6 in a row for him. It's going to cause a timeout. There's the miss from Savictus. And it is put home by Klassen. And Ludwigsburg take the lead here, 11-10.
We need to be focused on the first thing.
And they're going to have a timeout.
We are not communicating early. Okay, we need to talk early. Don't switch because we want to switch. If there's no pick, there's no switch. Okay, we stay with our men. If we force them into the switch, if it's a 5, don't high flat, and we go into the high.
Good job, keep taking away Soko's right hand. Stay down on the break. You're in the stay down on the break. Look close up. Stay up. You can help off and keep on helping off the blue. Keep rebounding next time. Actually, next time, rebound. 4. We're doing 4 down. So, catch it up here.
So good look into the timeout for UCAM Murcia there. Now Ludwigsburg will come with some pressure up the floor, having taken the lead. Tesson handles it, comes off the screen to Garte. Substitution waiting to come in Rudez. Kloof finds Soko, good pass to the inside. Can't finish, but he's fouled. Well-designed play from Coach Miranda coming out of his first timeout in the Basketball Champions League. Soko goes to the bench. Ramon Rudez is in for the first time. And it was Jones that committed it, his personal. So Garte at the line. He's had a good solid year. The big Romanian, former MVP of the Under-20 European Championships B division in 2017. Helped Romania to the B division championship. And now starting to get real experience at this senior level. And only make 1 of 2 there. As now Sabikas puts it on the floor, gets deep into the lane, steps through, has it rejected. Ollison going the other way. 3 against 3. Ollison kicks it to Rudez, who finds Kloof in the post. Kloof going against Jones. Atassan finds Ollison, had a clean look. Front rims it. McRae going the other way. Looks to the inside. As young Porti is in for the first time, trying to establish position down low. And 3 from McRae doesn't go. Kloof snatches it in. Good pass ahead, but Ruders can't handle it. And it goes out of bounds, back into the hands of Ludwigsburg. McRae brings it in. Jones wants it, but McRae bypasses him. And now he will play the point guard spot. There's more substitutions. Amanga in as well for Ludwigsburg. 2 teenagers out there on the floor for the German team. Kloof going the other way. Ruders looks high-low and decides to find Olesen. Can't hit that one. Fight for the rebound. Karte does a good job to keep it alive. Here's the strong defense from Karte. Gets the block. Already seen him add some scores as well. Some offensive production. 2 points, 3 rebounds for him. Kloof finds Ruders. Oh, good feed. Karte takes the contact, but can't finish. Klaassen looks towards the referee. He didn't like the call. But it was all about the play of Daman Ruders there. He beats his man, puts it on the floor, draws the help. First foul on Klaassen. Big Canadian. He's in a difficult position there, 2-on-1. Karte steadies himself. Can't hit the first though. We have 2 now from the line. Makes that one. Jones handles it. Moves it over to Martin. Now he'll have it back. Klaassen comes to screen for him. He finds Klaassen on the pick and pop. Klaassen thought about it. Hands it off now with just 5 seconds go, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Kloof loves it from his position on the floor. And as Klaassen picks up another one, 2 fouls in a row for him. We may not see him out there on the floor for the second quarter. Interesting to see. I'm going to leave him out there now. 2 fouls, last 30 seconds. Tassen, the cutting man, trying to find something. Olesen now. Corner 3 for Kloof. Comes up short. They haven't shot it well, Murcia. So Riesen, it's a tied game here. There's now Klein trying to find some room. Klein goes over to Best. Best feeds Klaassen. Klaassen, 2 on the clock, 1 on the clock. They're not going to get it away in time. Poor clock management from the German team. Klaassen didn't know how long was left. And they failed to get a shot on the final possession. So we are tied at 11 after the first quarter. A low-scoring game. So often that suits UCAM Murcia. As both teams struggled from beyond the three-point line in this first 10 minutes. Wholesale changes through both rosters, as we see there. Just 1 of 11 between the 2 teams from three-point range. Some good looks, and then just 50%, 3 of 6 from Murcia from the free throw line. So there's little areas that have haunted them domestically in the ACB, which haven't really shown up too much in the Basketball Champions League. That's a little bit of residual frustration from their ACB performances. Still there, but let's not forget we've seen both teams go deep into their bench. 10 players already for UCAM Murcia, and all 12 for Ludwigsburg. Haven't seen the floor, including the 2 teenagers. 18-year-old Quidin Imanga, and also the 16-year-old in Ariel Hakporte, both getting some decent minutes. in that first quarter. So some highlights. There's not been many of them. Just 9 field goals between the two teams, 4 of 14 from Murcia, 5 of 18 from Ludwigsburg. Players back out on the floor then, and we are ready to go. See the struggles from three-point range again. Just 1 of 11, as I mentioned. This game may well swing in the favour of whoever starts to knock down those threes first. Give your team the opportunity to get a lead, see if you can hold it. As it is underway here, 11 apiece. Klein trying to find some room. Attacks against Doyle along the baseline. Kicks out. And a strong drive, but Sabitkus can't finish. It is possession for Murcia. Doyle, Kloof, Ruders, Tassan, and Kate, the 5 out there for Murcia. It is Tassan on the far side. He's going to use the screen from Kate. Switching defense. And just 4 seconds now. Kate, who is fouled by Klein. No. See that so often nowadays. Guard going against the big. Sacrifices a foul. Just 3 seconds left on the clock, though. I wonder if Klein could have held his position, forced Kate to take a tough one for just 3 seconds. Instead, Kate gets the score, +1, and he's fouled. So it was all for nothing. You've sacrificed a foul, and now you've given up a bonus point. Kate has had a strong game so far. And Crawford then has to pick up the foul as well. Just his first. Kate has had his struggles at the line, 1 of 4. That's that one. Frustration coming out. Crawford guarded closely by Kloof. Now, switch. Kate trying to keep Marcus Knight in front of him. Does a good job as Knight misses the acrobatic shot. Ruders will push. It's 5 on 4 here. Tesson in no hurry though. In reverse. Ruders finds Doyle eventually. And now here comes Kloof. Kate wants it. He has it. Trying to find some room. Kate tries to kick again. Look how low the shot clock is for Murcia. They've got deep into their shot clock numerous times here as Booker's going to come back, as does Mitrovic. There is Saskia Booker. As Kate and Kloof take a well-earned break. Booker comes off the screen, fires it. Good shot for a low shot clock. But he can't hit. And Sabiskus gives it back to Crawford. Martin trying to find some room. Steps inside. Just doesn't roll for him, but great work on the offensive glass. Now Sabitkus for 3. Rattles it home. Well, that's all about the effort of Kayla Martin. Sabitkus is the man who knocks down the shot, but it wouldn't have happened without the work of Martin. Again, shot clock to 10 for Murcia. Haven't really done anything yet. Now they'll go to the inside if they can. Get it to Mitrovic. He's double teamed. Finds Doyle on the cut, and he is fouled. Again, Ludwigsburg sacrifice a personal foul. Marcus Knight reaches in. First on Knight. We'll send Doyle to the line. Scoreless, Milton Doyle. his first point of the night. Discussions on the sideline from the new Murcia coaching staff. Doyle makes 2 for 2. There's that advantage to his team. 16 plays 14. Crawford thinks about it, and he's going to take it. Wasn't really a rhythm shot from Jordan Crawford. Gives it straight back to Doyle. He goes all the way, stays with the miss, and tips it home. So Milton Doyle couldn't finish his first opportunity, but got himself in a great position to tip home the rebound. 4 in a row for him. And a poor shot last time from Ludwigsburg led to the easy score. This time Crawford kicks it. Much better 3, but they can't finish. Booker tips it. Atassan throws it ahead. Doyle pulls it in, but can't control it. So it was a good look from Atassan. Just didn't quite find the target in Doyle. He would have had an easy 2 had he been able to take the pass. Neither team turned it over too much here today. The percentages for neither team, nothing to write home about. Savikas goes straight at the switch and gets the score. He's had a good game so far, Savikas. As Crawford commits the personal. Good move. Isolation 1-on-1 on the switch. Crawford picks up his second and he goes to the bench. McRae has replaced him. And also Manga back in as well. There he is guarding Milton Doyle. Booker, 5 on the clock. Into the lane. Can't finish. McRae grabs the rebound. Forced to try and make something happen there, Booker. With the low shot clock. Knight. No ball handling display from him. Attacks, beats Soko, but dribbles it off his leg. 5 on the clock now. Veskus finds Knight. Knight crowded out, but a kick violation with 1 second on the clock, so it'll be reset to 14. Knight posting against Atassan. No help coming. Atassan though, too much contact, too much pushing. Call for the personal. He's first. First team foul against Murcia. Here's Martin. What about the 3? Isolation from him. Tough pull up. Which you can't get. Fight for the rebound. Who's the first man to it? Knight touched it last. Goes out to the hands of Murcia. So Booker and Knight were fighting for it. Knight got hands on it, but went between his own legs. You see it came off him last. Three-point woes still for Murcia, 0 for 6. Booker has it tipped away. 10 on the clock. Now he'll try and attack here as a foul away from the ball. Soko goes to the floor. Manga has whistled for it. So the 18-year-old not afraid to try and be physical. Jones comes in, replaces Silvescus. Soko knocks down the free throw. 5 for him. And Soko gets the roll. Jones looking. A lot of isolation for Ludwigsburg here. Jones has it taken away. Great defense from Ertassen in the one-on-one. Doyle going the other way. Throws it high. Soko with the mismatch. Fouled, and we'll go back to the line. Well, that's just Murcia basketball right there, both ends of the floor. Great defensive sequence. Ertassen kept his man in front, takes it away from Jones, and then you see the effort of Soko to get down the floor early. Forces the mismatch on the low post. And they instantly recognize the little lob over the top, force Martin to rotate over. He picks up the foul, and Soko will be at the line for 2 more. We'll have a timeout before the man from North London gets to shoot his 2 free throws, though. As Murcia have started to establish a little lead here, 9-5 second quarter. Let's listen in to Coach Patrick.
Or whoever it is, post up. Post up. We can go around them on the post up, okay? We're not setting screens, and then it's 5 out right now. Nobody's cutting. So you stay at the point right here. We're gonna run the 4 play. Okay. Lamont's in. Aaron is.
Here, and we come back to the 3. Okay, remember tomorrow with 3v3. Ball in the basket, we play 3-8. It's a zone basket. When there's a shot, everybody goes and go find your man and box out. We need the rebound and run. Outlet pass, we have 2 guards that go for the rotation and run. Vueltas or
Here's the 2 shots of Obi Soko then on our return. Soko 6 points, 4 of them from the line. He remains perfect now with his first. The tactic from Ludwigsburg next possession. Going to try and go into that low post. Coach Patrick feels they can get some good play down there. Thinks they can get around the low post defenders from Murcia as Soko makes them back both. Kloof back in. Plays alongside Booker in the backcourt. First time we've seen those 2 together. Looks like a zone defense now from Murcia. 3-2, going to give up the wide open 3 in the corner. But short, and now Booker the other way. Finds Ruiz, who can't finish. Good work from Soko. He's up quickly as Kloof dunks it home. Oh, great work from Soko to chase it down. Kloof with the easy finish in the end. Corner shot again. It's there from Best. He decides not to take it. And a foul called by Klassen. Changing defense there, just through Ludwigsburg, didn't it? 3-2 zone, don't often see that. And now they're going to slip back to man, it seems. Ruiz commits his first. Ruiz playing the 5 and a smaller lineup. He's a tough matchup out there, the way he shoots the ball from the perimeter. Knight guarded by Doyle. Doyle with that extra length. Just try and disrupt him. Soko. Got a foul away from the ball. There's Doyle whistled for it against Klassen. Knight posts up. This is what Coach Patrick wanted. Bullies his way into the paint and will be fouled by Kloof. Yeah, Kloof just didn't quite get back straight and he tried to re-establish position. That's great work from Soko to keep it alive. A beautiful feed from Doyle to find Kloof. Didn't give him enough credit for that pass, Milton Doyle there. Knight. This is the first. He's struggled so far here tonight, Marcus Knight. 1 of 5 from the field. just been incredible in his first 2 games for Ludwigsburg. Misses that one as well. You could tell the moment it came out of his hand, a little grimace from him. He didn't like it. So often the shooter knows. Doyle sets his feet, a lot of room, buries it. First triple of the night for Murcia. It's taken a while. Missed their first 6, but you can't give Milton Doyle that much room. 7 points for him, all in this second quarter. And a turnover. No, somehow Doyle didn't take it in. Best for corner 3 again. Can't get it. Great rebound for Doyle, and he saves it before going out of bounds. And eventually, it was off. Sebeskis last. And will be with the ball once more. Look at Doyle trying to get it. Knight just manages to save it. Changes all round. Jones goes out. Klein back in. And Mitrovic comes in for Rudez as well. Both teams struggling still from beyond the 3-point line. Doyle finds Mitrovic. Good extra pass. Kloof thought about it. And then tried to force something at the ring that wasn't really there. You could see both Soko and Doyle told him to shoot the 3. Booker goes out. Martin comes in. A round of applause. For Alberto Martin coming into the game. Kloof will take the 3 this time. Can't get it. Klein bounces off the knee of who? It is off Murcia. The referee's going to talk this one over. It is off the leg of Klein to Murcia. Possession for the Spanish team. Under 3 minutes here. Kloof brings it down. Guarded by Sebeskis. Finds Doyle. Kloof steps inside, finds Soko for the easy dunk. Great pass from Kloof. And Soko to double figures here in this first half. He's got 10 of the 29 for Murcia. You see the second quarter swing for the Spanish team here. All about the defensive end, holding Ludwigsburg to just 16 points here in the first 18 minutes. Tough 3 from Martin, misses badly. Doyle with the easy rebound, they're going to have numbers here. Doyle, some open floor, slices into the lane, finds Mitrovic, but he is met high by Klassen. Good defense from the Canadian. He's got those fouls. Held firm there. There's Klein. Comes off the screen, will take the 3, looks short, and it is. Mitrovic with the easy rebound. There'll be in no hurry here. Martin, the applause of the crowd. And loving him being out on the floor. Only played 5 minutes this season, total in the Basketball Champions League. Alberto Martin, there's Doyle, finds Mitrovic, throws it up. Soko works hard and manages to save it. 3 on the clock, Martin for 3. Doesn't go. Kloof will save it though, into the hands of Soko. Fresh 14 for Murcia, as they will pull it out. Martin handling the ball. 5 on the clock for him. Finds Doyle for 3, but it comes up short. And now this one is good. Oh, he missed the first, but Milton Doyle will also move to double digits. Alongside Ovi Soko, those two have done the bulk of the scoring for Murcia. Tremendous second quarter here, 21-5. Klassen can't finish, stays with it. Good work from Klassen. And he misses another one. Soko with the rebound, pushes. Somebody needs to get in front of Soko. He finds Mitrovic, who is fouled for the easy 2. It is falling apart here for Ludwigsburg. They missed 2 great opportunities at one end, and then nobody stops Soko pushing the ball in transition. Gets all the way to the paint. So there'll be 2 shots here for Mitrovic. Fouls to make the first. Mitrovic, 8 points, 7 rebounds on the season. That was his first missed from the line. Hasn't been there a lot. Makes the second. Just an incredible defensive effort for Murcia here, second quarter. They come with a bit of pressure. Now they're going to slip back into this zone defense again. Looks like a 3-2 still. Now man to man. Lots of switching going on as Von Finkel hands it to Klein. 5 on the clock for him. Klein will take the 3. Can't make it. Fight for the rebound. Doyle snatches it in. And that is going to end the first half. A tremendous defensive second quarter from Murcia. They held Ludwigsburg to just 5 points in the second period. It is 33-16 here in a low-scoring game. But the defensive effort of the Spanish team, top draw. That is why they are one of the best teams in Group A of the Basketball Champions League. That is why they have this 13-1 record. Look at the percentages, 26% for 2-point range, 14% for 3. Domination on the boards as well, 28 for 18. And Ludwigsburg, despite the fact they've turned it over just 3 times, they've struggled to get anything going in the first half. Klassen leads the way in both points and rebounds for Ludwigsburg. They need to get him more touches, but they seem to be catching as he missed those 2 great opportunities late on. For Murcia, already 2 guys in double digits in Soko and Doyle. And those 2 combined would be leading this game. They have combined for 20. So we're going to take a break from action here, half-time. See what will happen in this second half. Will Ludwigsburg find some rhythm offensively, get themselves back into this game? Or will it be Murcia to continue to turn the screws on the defensive end? We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time to find out what happens in the second half. Welcome back. Half-time here in Murcia in the Group A game between top of the table UCAM Murcia and MHP RIESEN, currently bottom of the table in Group A. And UCAM Murcia seem to be performing or carrying on where they left off with their new coach, the temporary man in charge. Seems to have continued with the defensive focus of his team. As UCAM Murcia without Javier Juarez, their former head coach. Alberto Miranda stepping in today before Cito Alonso takes over. They've used that performance from Milton Doyle as one of two guys in double figures for Murcia, alongside Obi Soko, who has 10 points himself as well. And they have put on a defensive clinic here in this first 20 minutes, 33-16 if you're just joining us. Ludwigsburg scored just 5 points in the second quarter after we were tied at 11 after the first period. Now just 7 of 33 overall from the field. Ludwigsburg have yet to make a free throw. Now 0 of 2. And it is all to do for a Ludwigsburg team, which has only had 4 players score. Owen Klassen has 6. Savitskas has 5, and then Martin 3, and Marcus Knight 2. So Marcus Knight, who came into this one averaging 22.5 in his first 2 games in the Basketball Champions League, has struggled. Just 1 of 5 from the field, as Ludwigsburg have just been shaken by the Murcia defense. Gone to a lot of one-on-one, a lot of standing around, isolation basketball from the German team. And it has not worked against this very, very good defensive team from Murcia. It isn't really a surprise. Murcia have conceded the fewest points of anyone in the Basketball Champions League this season. And really have got this record on the back of their defense. But we know one thing. Ludwigsburg have the ability to beat Murcia. It has already happened once this season. The only loss that Murcia have had in the Basketball Champions League is to the German team back in game day 6, 81-80. Well, that does not seem likely here unless there is big changes in the second half. Of course, we know Ludwigsburg have the offensive firepower that they could get going, especially Marcus Knight. You see there in the centre of the screen that they're going to need him to step up and have any way back here. Knight probably the key. Just 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist for him. Ludwigsburg out onto the floor with their 5. They await Murcia, who now join them. It's going to be possession for the Spanish team, as it will be Kloof, who has the first possession. There's Doyle, Kloof, Mitrovic, Olesen and Soko as they go high to Soko. Bounce is clear. Ludwigsburg now with Crawford, who falls to the floor, picks it up. Just gets it over to Martin. Klassen, Knight and Von Fintel out there. Same 5 that started for Ludwigsburg. They had a good first 10 minutes, tied at 11. There's Knight, takes a 3. Can't get it to go. Excellent rebound from Mitrovic. And here comes Doyle to Olesen. Inside, Soko has it stripped by Knight. Chance to run. Straight back to Murcia. Good defense from both teams. Kloof now in no hurry. Steadies his team after the back-to-back turnovers. Olesen reverses it. Mitrovic to Doyle, wide open. Knocks it down. Well, they struggled through the first quarter with their 3-point shooting, Murcia. And then Milton Doyle now come to play. 3 of 5 for him, as they missed their first 6. Now you see now 3 of 12, 3 of their last 6. Knight stops, now attacks, goes with the left hand, still can't get the finish. Here comes Doyle, 5 on 4 for Murcia. Ludwigsburg tried to foul, they can't stop Doyle. He front rims the finish. And as the lead hits 20, Ludwigsburg still searching for their first points. Knight again, this time he knocks down the 3. Finally gets it going. 5 points for him, his first triple. Doyle nearly loses it. Standing around for Murcia, Soko. There's a behind the back pass. Goes out of bounds, lucky for Murcia, it stays with them. Soko shakes his head. You see him put his head in his hands. So McRae has come in for Ludwigsburg. And replaces Von Fintel. 4 on the clock, Kloof isolates, rises high. Too strong on his shot though, as McRae gets that defensive rebound. They try and raise the tempo, going the other way. Klassen has been a one consistent scoring threat for Ludwigsburg, but this time great defense from Mitrovic. And it's going to be Murcia ball. Excellent defense from Mitrovic there. He just backed away, got the room so that he could elevate high and block the shot. Yes. Doyle plays the point guard position. Brings it down. Throws it high to Kloof. They'll move it into the hands of Soko. Behind the back, pull up. Soko doesn't go for him. Klassen trying to find Knight, guarded by Olesen. He's got the step along the baseline. Knight, the reverse is good. Well, starting to get going now. Marcus Knight hits the 3. And now the and one opportunity. Murcia did such a good job defensively in that first half. You see Knight, strong drive along the baseline, switches hands. Goes against Mitrovic. You can see him in the play. Kloof breaks free from the attentions and now brings it down. Ludwigsburg already having eclipsed their scoring output from the second quarter. Kloof into the lane, draws the foul on McRae and will shoot 2 of his own. Good play from Kloof, gets himself to the line. McRae picks up his second, apologises to the team. Just as good. Kloof. And the Dutchman, next 28 years of age. 4 points from him now. Martin goes to Klassen, outside the three-point line. He'll screen and slip to the ring. Martin pops, is open for three, misses everything. Klassen grabs in the rebound, but it's taken away from him by Doyle. 4 seconds left on the clock. Bad miss from Martin. 4 seconds for a shot. McRae sneaks in and gets the two. Well, disguised play there from Ludwigsburg. Good third quarter going so far. 8-5 they lead here. Much better defense from them. And Doyle comes off. Poor pass for Kloof, but he still fires it. Comes up short. Knight stopped in transition. Goes to McRae. Booker getting ready to come in for Murcia. McRae's pass just thrown off the feet of Mitrovic. Penetration from McRae, looking for Klassen. Still Ludwigsburg ball, so Kloof and Doyle go out. Booker, we said, back in. And Atassan as well is in. He did an excellent job in this matchup first half. Knight on the low block. Kicks it. Klassen sets his feet for three. But it doesn't go. Ovi and the point again. Runs into trouble. Stays with Murcia. Fakes the handoff. Booker for three, knocks it down. Well-timed basket from Askia Booker. Helps Murcia just to re-establish this sizable lead that they've got. Been struggling a bit for some offense there. There's Knight, has another step along the baseline and lays it up. And Knight exploding here, 10 points for him. 8 in the quarter for Knight. After that quiet first half. Booker finds Mitrovic. He just lost the handle as he tried to take in the pass. Now Booker along the baseline. He's going to be called out of bounds. Booker, that right boot on the line. Good work from the official. Right on top of it. Soko goes out. Gatti comes in. The lob, searching for Martin, doesn't go. Ludwigsburg asking for a deflection. Just a poor angle for a pass. Martin going back door. A look from Crawford, sails out of bounds. Atassan then comes off the screens. Mitrovic thought about the three. Goes to Ollison instead. Ollison falls and is fouled. Viscus asks what he did. And just that little bit of contact. Easy call for the official to make when Ollison fell to the floor. Tassin then comes off the screen. 7 on the clock. He's going to stay with Murcia with 5 left. Holding off his man. Is it tipped by Klassen? Did it come off his leg? Not really sure. And will be Murcia possession. As Martin comes back in, Booker for 3. Doesn't get it to drop. Klassen, a good rebound. Gives it over to Knight. Knight now. Trying to find something, has to pull it out to the hands of Crawford. And he calls out Klassen to set this screen. Crawford sells the fake. Foul line, jump shot is good. Nice play from Jordan Crawford. His first basket of the game. Tassan double teamed. Manages to get it back. Gets it over the half. Booker glides in and will shoot 2. So Booker takes the contact. Yeah, Ludwigsburg players asking for clarification on why it wasn't called an 8-second violation. And we're still talking about it. And as Damian Ruiz comes in for the first time in this second half. He replaces Luka Mitrovic. And Booker at the line. Booker, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Makes the first. Mass for the 25-year-old American. One more. Free throw. Makes it. 7 personal for Booker now. Crawford trying to find something. Knight was denied. Now he's going to try and go all the way on his own, and he does. So Crawford adding a scoring spark here. 4 in a row for him. Team within 13. Booker waits for Ruiz. Ruiz will pick and pop. That's his bread and butter. And that is Damian Ruiz doing what he has done throughout his career. Providing that outside threat. Crawford take a 3 of his own, doesn't get it. I'd say it's going to be called for the foul. Out of position on the rebound. Held Klassen back. Good work from Klassen. Second team foul against Murcia. Open 3 for Martin. In and out. Fight for the rebound. Martin collects it after Tassan kept it alive. Here's Booker. He's got a switch. He's going to push everyone out the way. Try and penetrate here. Martin instead goes out of bounds. Booker saw Martin open. That should have attacked the space a little bit. Would have been able to find him for 3. Sorry, Duran. Eddie Duran. After both teams looked after it well in the first half. A bit sloppy with possession here, 6 turnovers between them. I've seen a lot more scoring though, as this man definitely has got going. Knight gets to the ring. 12 now for him. Double team comes against Booker, just blasts past him, finds Kate, and he scores. He's going to press. He's got to stop the ball, can't let that happen. Crawford finds Klassen, fouled by Duran. Good recognition from Duran, didn't quite get there in time though. So Duran coming over, recognised the mismatch as Klassen was guarded by Booker, but wasn't quite there in time to steal the pass, and then also it was just a second late, meaning that Klassen had turned and was on his way to the ring. He's rewarded with 2 free throws because of that. Rather than the foul being on the floor, which is where Duran wanted it to be called. So Best comes in to replace Knight for Ludwigsburg. Who's going to pick up the scoring slack without Marcus Knight then. 10 points in this quarter. Second misses, rebound. Will stay with Ludwigsburg. So in off the bench, and Aaron Best does a good job keeping the rebound alive. Here comes Best off a couple of screens. Crawford goes behind his back, fires the three, and makes it. Late whistle. Crawford hits the three, is fouled. Duran picks it up. And loses his man here. Crawford adds the bonus. And substitution comes in. And Ludwigsburg go to their teenagers again. Great minutes here tonight for Ariel Hakporte, 16-year-old. Rudez, Booker, Duran, great ball movement from Murcia, deserved the basket. Rewarded with it. It's just an 11-point game here. Minute and a half left. Could be more. Crawford for three. Doesn't get it, and a foul. And go against Ludwigsburg. Hakporte. Make his presence felt on the glass. Pulled back his man a bit too much there. Booker. Oh, nearly taken away from behind. Tassin trying to play with contact. Gets it to Booker, who sells the fake, gets the room, knocks it down. Smooth play from Askia Booker. He reaches double digits now. Third man for Murcia there. Just 15 minutes, Booker. Martin backing it down. Spins away from Rudez. That's off. And Tassin has been so good on the defensive end. Grabs in the rebound. Gives it over to Booker. Booker splits the defenders, pulls up, knocks it down. He's looking confident. Askia Booker, isn't he? Every time he gets the ball, feel like he's going to make something happen. 12 points now for him. 5 in a row. And just when we said it was getting interesting, Ludwigsburg fighting their way back into the game. The lead now 16. Last possession of this third quarter. Crawford trying to use the screen. Crosses over. Karte keeps in front. And yet again, very poor time management from Ludwigsburg at the end of the quarter. Interesting to see, is there going to be time put back on the clock? There is, because the shot clock went off rather than the end of quarter buzzer. So it'll be a 24-second violation. I believe there'll be some time left for Murcia, probably around a second, to try and get something. And Hail Mary. He's going to check this one. And almost certain time will come back on the clock. There you can see the difference between shot and game clock. So probably 1.3 seconds should be left. That would be my guess. Plenty of time to get a good shot away. Murcia, or maybe even 1.4. 1.3 seconds. Substitutions will happen. No, 1.3 seconds left. 53 plays 37. sideline for Murcia. Plenty of time to get a shot away. Question is where they can catch the ball. And be brought in by Damian Rudes. Booker probably going towards the ring. He passes ahead, but it's turned over. The throw from Best doesn't go. And that is the end of the third period then. Well, Ludwigsburg managed to win the quarter, their first victory, but it could have been so much better for them. 21-20 means it is a 53-37 lead for Murcia here after 3 periods. And Ludwigsburg did cut into that advantage. He got it right back to sort of single figures before Murcia responded through some quick shooting from Askia Booker there at the end of the third. And Booker has 12 points, Doyle 13 for Murcia. They're joined by Soko, who has 10 points, 4 rebounds as well. And 3 of them having played less than 20 minutes in this game. Double digits. Kate as well has 8 points and 6 rebounds. On the other side, Ludwigsburg, good form in the third quarter was due to the 10 points of Marcus Knight, 1 of 6 from the field. He was in the first half. He had just 2 points, but came to life in the third quarter. And he went 4 for 5. 12 points now, 4 rebounds for him. And Klassen 7. Crawford has 8. He also did a lot of his work. In fact, all of his work in that third quarter. There he is, Crawford, selling that little fake. As he got going, made 1 3. And a couple of pull-ups as well. Still a 16-point lead, though, for Murcia, which definitely a workable number for Ludwigsburg. But the challenge is that they've only scored 37 points in the whole game so far, because this Murcia defense is so tough to score against. And so the 16 points against Murcia seems a lot more than 16 against some other teams. You see Book up 10 points in that quarter as he moved to 12 in the game. Zone to start with for Murcia. So if they slip into man-to-man, switching. Sabiscus can't find the 3, and an early foul will go against Martin. So just holding the arm of Volleson. Yes. And from Alaska, from North Pole. Alaska gets the rebound. Booker. Rudes searching. Offensive foul. Yeah, good work. Hook. High post for Martin. His jumper is good. Move to Booker. And now Booker controlling play as he's done in this second half. Gets a switch against Martin. Dances with the ball a little bit, tries to find some room. Finds Kloof with just 4 on the clock. Kloof takes the tough fade away. Flips the ring though, so... Oh, the ball did hit the ring. The referee's going to talk it over. I think that they will confer. And it's a referee mistake, and good work from Manos, Mr. Manos, to admit his mistake. And he'll stay with possession for Murcia because they got the defensive rebound. Here's the shot from Kloof. Yeah, clearly hit the ring. So a fresh 14 for the Spanish team. Booker loses Martin, pulls up. That's his high though, and the rebound taken in by Huck Porte. There he is, moving it on. Martin. Countered by Booker. Try and use his size. Spins away. And can't finish though. Hukporte, good offensive rebound. His putback doesn't go though. And Kloof swings it down the floor. A casual pace. Backdoor from Ollison. Marte finds Ollison eventually, but his shot just rolls out. Look at the reaction of Ollison. Can't believe it didn't go. It's back though. Keeps McRae in front of him. McRae turns it over and trying to find his man rolling to the basket. Kante. Nimri gives it straight back. Got to get it over the half here. And do so into the hands of Booker. Booker with some room, glides in. Misses everything. A scrappy minute or so here. Ollison's going to try and foul to get some control. They do eventually foul Martin, but he is going to get 2 shots. So, if you were. So timeout called. Let's listen in to see what the coaches have got to say. They'll both be disappointed with some scrappy play to start this 4th period.
Next play, we are going to play 12, okay? But you play disappointed. So you get the ball. You get the ball on the side. 12. Don't pass the ball. Get the back spin. Swing the ball. Brad. Back spin. Okay? And let's see how they read it.
First is good for Martin. Makes a second as well. To 7. Doyle just gets deep into the lane. Finds Garte. His short jump shot doesn't go. Wasn't the play they drew up out of the timeout, but they got a good look. So they took it. It's now Knight who's back onto the floor. Handles the ball. Over with Manga. Now Martin, his reverse. Can't fall. Kate with another rebound. It's 9 on the game for him. 1 rebound and 2 points short of a double-double. Emmanuel Kate. Doyle brings it out. Uses Kate's screen. He slips to the ring. Skip past to Ollison. Ollison finally gets a 3 to drop. Over 4 before that one. Brad Ollison. First points of the night for him. Knight to Martin. And now to Klassen. Klassen waits for the pieces to move around. So he's got some space to go one-on-one. Spins and is fouled. And get 2 shots here. Foul against Kate. Romanian picks up the personal. Oh no, it's against Kloof. So, my mistake. Charlan Kloof picks up the foul, reaching him. And Klassen fouls to make number 1. 7 points and 6 rebounds for him. He's done his part. Klassen gets the second to drop. Not a lot of support though, which is 9.6 rebounds. So he's right on target. For that, Soko's come back in. Now they'll try and run this play. Doyle at the point guard position. Comes off the screen, finds Ollison for three. And then Houghton. Murcia players all had the inside position, but bamboozled by the bounce. Knight pulls it out. Got it by Soko. Knight pulls up. Shot is off. Good work from Mango, but he turns it over. Ollison with the steal. Lays it up for the easy two. Well, great work from Amanga on the rebound, but his dangerous pass into the backcourt. Right here, turned over. Ollison read it. And it's an easy two for Brad Ollison. We've got a timeout.
Quickness mismatch. Or if Keelan's got Soko on him, anywhere on one side of the court, look to get into sneak position about right here. Yeah, so if your guy goes to help, you can just come here or come here. Hey, we're good. We're getting good shots. Yep. You're at the 5, you're at the 4, and Marcus is coming up on 2. Come off of Owen's side, okay?
Send them to left. And if we are able to, as we go over the half court, we try to trap on the half court line, okay? After that, 3. And let's play the defense, get them on the field, and let's run, okay? Let's go.
Pressure up the floor from Murcia, coming out of the timeout, 16-point lead for them. 5 apiece in this fourth quarter. McRae for 3. Can't hit it. And as Coach Patrick said, they've been getting some good shots, but you've got to make them. Kloof, who's got a good shot in response, airballs it. And the team has torched the nets from 3-point range. 7 of 20. For Murcia, 4 of 24 for Ludwigsburg, as both teams turn it over. Nobody wants possession, it seems like, and then another one. No, the foul's going to go against Kante. So a loose pass, I don't think was going to find his target. That's going to punish Ludwigsburg. Kante commits the foul. Inline possession for Ludwigsburg. Martin goes to the runner. Fight for the rebound. Eventually, nobody gets it. Saka there fighting for the ball. There's a jump, so possession looks like it's going to Murcia. Good effort from Soko. Alberto Martin. There's the ball. It's the pressure from McRae. Here comes Ollison. And now Kate gets the score. Well, that's the double digits in the scoring column. Needs one more rebound to make it a double-double for him. Good find from Milton Doyle. Find the big Romanian. So just 21 years of age, 6'9". Okay. It's that one. 5th time into double figures for him. He's only got one double-figure rebounding game. That was against Banvit. He's searching for his first double-double of the year. Knight gets into the lane. Soko with some good hands. Klassen has it taken away by Martin. In possession, 3 seconds on the clock. Martin comes in. Got a good pour on it. So, Best out there now. Do they know the shot clock? I don't think they do. 3rd time for Ludwigsburg. They're just done a poor job with clock management. We've seen at the end of 2 quarters, and then low shot clock. How you don't know how long is left. Just an inexcusable mistake for players of this level. You must know you're running out of bounds. You're trying to get a shot. Even if you just throw it up, hit the ring, try to get the offensive rebound. Doyle skips it to Soko. Soko turns it over. No. Martin to Kante. Now to Soko with the slam. Well, turned out well for the Englishman. He gets the easy dunk. 12 points for him now. Lead reaches 21. 3.5 minutes left here. Kante steps out, steals it. Goes all the way for the slam, plus a foul. Kante loving it. Great defense from him. Leads the break with the steal. Excellent work. And Emmanuel Kante steps out. Hard hedges on the ball screen, is rewarded for his defensive effort. 15 is his season high. That was against Ludwigsburg, first time these 2 teams met. He's moved to 13 here.
You gotta be ready. Okay, Dave, you come in, you got Aaron. Are you still good? You wanna play some more? Guys, compete. This is the challenge here. We're getting beat. Don't get into the trash talking thing, just play solid. If you get it down low, go up. Go up. They're just gonna hack down. Okay, they've got the ball here. I think they get 1 shot plus the ball. You need to step up and be ready to hedge on Milton. If you shoot it, I'll get the rebound. Don't worry.
Hey. We go after them, mindset, repeat, and keep boxing out. Okay, we have to try.
Great energy in that Murcia timeout. It'll be an unsportsmanlike foul. So 1 shot to come here for Kante. Said his season high 15. That was in 27 minutes as he went 7 of 11 from the field against Ludwigsburg in their 1-point loss. Now tonight, there are the numbers. 13 points, 5 of 6 from the field. 9 rebounds as well. So 1 rebound away from his first double-double in the international competition. As he makes that. And now the sideline possession. Tassam will bring it in. And he comes on that far side. Soko collects it. Double team, skips it out to Martin. Martin's got to fire up the long 3, fight for the rebound. Won by Martin. He nearly turns it over to his namesake. He's now Dylan Martin. And they fight under the basket. Kante and Klassen fall to the floor. So 2 shots, team fouls. Kante's 3rd. Good work from Klassen to establish that position. Chance for him to reach double digits. If he can make both these. First is good. Now steadies himself for the second. Also good. Martin calls the play. Alberto Martin pushes. Tassan through. Now Doyle. Doyle will fire a 3. Doesn't go. Knight back into the game. They find Klassen. Klassen can't finish though. And there is the double-double for Kante. First man to the loose ball. Alberto Martin gives it back. Now, it's the high screen. Soko to Tassan in the corner. 5 on the clock now. Tassan, the runner, off balance. Can't get it to go, but he's flying everywhere. There's Ludwigsburg, go the other way. McRae to Klassen, steps outside. His 3 also doesn't go. Good work from Martin on the glass, but comes into the hands of Tassan as he turned over. Alberto Martin has to get it across the half. Just manages to. Double team's coming for him. But he avoids it. And now Soko. To Tassan. Tassan has run up at a balance that time, and that's his shot. And the basket is good. 1:40 left. 68 plays 44 here. Substitutions coming in. Klassen goes out for Ludwigsburg. Good game for him. 10 points, 6 rebounds, just 3 of 10 from the field though. And then also Keelan Martin leaves 7 points and 5 rebounds for him. David Marcus Knight. Looking around. Now takes the 3. Doesn't go. We'll have another look here. Knight also doesn't go. He's not got going. Marcus Knight had that great third quarter. 2 misses there. 5 of 14 he is from the field. Doyle finds Soko. He'll take a 3. He comes up short. Everybody struggling in this 4th quarter. Sabiscus gives it back to McRae, and he finally gets one to go. So McRae makes the triple. It's Ludwigsburg into double digits in the quarter. And Tassan moves it across. Kicks it to Alberto Martin for 3 is good. Crowd love that one. Fan favourite. Alberto Martin, thanks to Tassan for the great pass. It's his first points. Knight goes out. Klein is in for the final 40 seconds. Gives it to McRae. Turn it over. Looking to the inside once more. It's Kate making the plays. Doyle. See this one out here. Has to take a shot so he doesn't get a 24-second violation. Doyle finds Kate. 5 on the clock. Hands it over to Tassan. Slips between 2 defenders. Kate then lays it up. And what a exclamation point for his performance. Season high for Emmanuel Kate. 16 points. It's a double-double. 16 and 10. And Murcia will take the game here. An impressive defensive performance as they win this one 73-47. There is the final then. A sizable win for UCAM Murcia. And take this game. An incredible defensive performance as they held Ludwigsburg to just 26 points through 3 quarters. Really did show why they are one of the best defensive teams in the competition. They will move to now 14-1 with 1 game remaining in the Basketball Champions League. They have done it with standing coach Morales, and next week we'll probably see Cito Alonso taking over for his team heading into the playoffs. We'll see if they can replicate some of this form domestically into the ACB. something that's been a struggle for them throughout this year. So Murcia go to the locker room with another victory in this competition. And a very good defensive performance for them. Ludwigsburg still out on the floor, getting the words from Coach Patrick. You will see, with a 5 of 28 from three-point range. They're not going to get too many wins in this competition. Out-rebounded by 5, 13 turnovers as well for Ludwigsburg. 47 points for them. They were led in the end by Knight. It was the first time all year Ludwigsburg failed to reach the 50-point barrier. They had 54 in game day 3 against Le Mans, a 10-point loss then. Credit to Murcia, they deserved this victory. Emmanuel Carte stepped up with the double-double to lead the way for them, but you know, they had good performances all round, really, not just Carte. You can look at Doyle, 13 points, Soko, 12 and 6. Book up 12 points in just 19 minutes as well. A real team performance from the Spanish team. So we'll flick to some highlights here of the game. It is a victory for UCAM Murcia. They remain at the top of the standings, having already qualified out of Group A. They will now go to 14-1 as they have one game left in this competition next week. Excuse me, they'll go to 12-1, not 14-1, at the top of the standings in Group A. So I will say goodnight, leave you with some highlights as Murcia take this one 73-47.
Gracias.
Because